Hello, and you're very welcome to this pit stop for The Bad News Bears, which is an expansion for Barenpark designed by Phil Walker Harding, published by Lookout Games. Bad News Bears brings a couple of things you can just add into the base game, and also two modules which you can mix and match, add one or the other. Now, the first one is the Grizzlies module. In the Grizzlies module, you're going to have to finish 5 areas off your park in order to finish the game, and that 5th area is going to be an exit, meaning there could be nothing above it, and also it has different symbols, just these green and whites. And in order to facilitate those extra areas, obviously we've got extra bear statues. Also, we've got 1 extra animal house for each of the types of bears in the base game. Now, the last thing in that expansion are all these mental grizzly tiles. In order to get a grizzly tile, you must discard 1 green tile and 1 white tile at the beginning or end of your turn. If you're beginning at the beginning of your turn, you can then immediately place the grizzly. They're all 7 spaces. They score a high number of points, but they obviously can be quite tricky to fit in. The second expansion is the Monorail expansion. Now, with a Monorail expansion, this is how it works. When you place a green tile, you have the choice of placing a monorail tire. Now, it's your first monorail tower that you're going to place. You can just put it down anywhere on the green tile as you place it, but only on that turn. Subsequently, in the game, if you happen to place another green tile that is exactly 2 spaces apart from the first one you placed, you may place your second monorail tower like that. And if you do so, you get to put a monorail car into play. Now, the monorail cars have got various points values to them. They start at 10, so it can be quite a lot of points. And you pop that in play, and that's now going to score me 10 points at the end of the game, as long as it doesn't fall and kill people. Okay, from there, every time that you put a green tile that's exactly 2 spaces away from your last monorail, you can place another tower. Apart from, let's say I pop this one here. If I put a green tile down here, that's not going to work because this is now going in a straight line. Instead, I need to go at a right angle each time that I place a tower. So if I put this here and then I put this here, I can then add another monorail tower on there, place another monorail car. In this case, it's going to score me 8 points. I presume some other people have been building monorails. And from there on, as long as I cut 90-degree angles every time, I can add as many monorail towers to my Barenpark as I wish, adding those points to my final score at the end of the game each time. Now, the last thing that Bad News Bears adds is these extra objective tiles. Now, how do they work? This one here is going to be for having 3 street tiles, the food ones that are 3 long, 3 of those that go across 2 areas or more. That's going to score you 9 points. For this one here, if you place a tile that lets you take 2 of the enclosures, the orange ones, at the same time, you get to take that achievement. This is for having 2 toilets that have got at least 11 spaces in between them at any point, no matter if there's other toilets in between or not. This one here is for having river tiles exactly in the corner of any area. It doesn't have to be the complete corner of your park, just of any area. As soon as you do that 3 times, 9 points there, and so on downwards. You know how objectives work. This one here is for placing an orange and enclosure tile into an area without covering any other symbol whatsoever. It has to be a blank area, and then you get that achievement. And this one here is for having playgrounds adjacent to your bear statues, and the first person to do that 3 times gets to take that achievement, and so on downwards. Those are the additions to Barenpark in this, the Bad News Bears expansion. This has been a Game Pit Stop. For more videos like this, check out our YouTube channel. For more in-depth coverage of games, please check out the Game Pit podcast. Thank you.